you know, here at the True World Order at the headquarters, we go above and beyond to find some of the strangest shit that you've probably ever heard of. We have to scour the earth, not the earth, but the earth for these stories. Now, today, we're going to talk about two weird ass, freaky ass, grown ass men doing some weird shit out here in these streets. One of them in Houston, Texas, and the other one, I believe, is somewhere in Atlanta. Somewhere in Atlanta. No, he's in Augusta, Georgia. So we're going to go from Texas to Georgia and talk about these motherfucking weirdos because this is something that you probably didn't know was going on around you. And here at the True World Order, we always report on the news that defies the norm. So make sure you hit that motherfucking like button. And make sure you also hit that goddamn subscribe button. And we're going to get straight to it right after these messages.
You know how those groupies can try and gank you. Anyway, I'm Tyrone Copeland. It's all good.
Yeah, and we're back, and we are back. As you can see, Houston man allegedly put his genitals on some restaurant food. Now we're gonna find out which restaurant this is. Hold on, let me put the microphone down. I got it close to my face. Pause. All right, so Houston man allegedly puts his genitals on food, and they also found some child pornography on this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Now, this man is named Othello Larenzo Holmes. He faces 5 counts of possession of child pornography, with court records saying he had between 100 to 499 images showing children younger than 10 years old. He was also had been arrested for and charged for putting his genitals. Let me grab the mic back for this. He was grabbing his genitals and rubbing his genitals across the food. All right, the restaurant food. Now, you see this big beanhead ass nigga right here, big goofy ass nigga. He looks strange. It's probably one of y'all cousins, probably one of y'all homeboys. A few of y'all niggas probably hang out with this nigga down there in Houston, Texas. Now, on April 5th, authorities arrived at the restaurant Culture. So if you ever been to the restaurant Culture in Houston, Texas, 9 times out of 10, your food was tampered with. Now, he saw, and once the authorities saw a surveillance video from the manager showing Holmes allegedly placing his nuts on open food items. All right. Now, when he was interviewed by investigators, he stated that he had these urges frequently and has a history of sexual offenses, and he needs help. Now, according to the court documents, Holmes had his device analyzed by officials, and on it were more than 100 videos and images of children between ages of infancy to teens engaged in sexual acts. Now, there were 5 videos found on Holmes' device depicting children believed to be under 10 years old, with one child appearing to be under 1 year old, also performing sexual acts. Court documents stated adult men's hands can be seen in the videos, with one man in the video being heard said, "Look at that." Holmes is expected to appear in court June 6, 2024. So this already has he already been in court. His bond was set at $500,000 for all 5 charges. Look, man, we're going to hear from a Culture's restaurateur, Marcus Davis, as he speaks out on following former employees' arrest. Some crazy shit. Freaky ass nigga, 6'9" guy.
Instant happiness is here.
Meanwhile, while these ads are going, make sure that you hit the goddamn like button and subscribe button. It's probably one of y'all partners. I ain't heard nothing about this, you know what I'm saying, at all. Anyway, here we go.
Late here on The Factor Uncensored. We have a great show planned, but we need to get down to some serious business first. We begin tonight with a report out of downtown Houston, where many people are talking about a former employee of the Houston restaurant Culture has been arrested. This is after being accused of having child porn on his phone and committing other lewd acts like placing his penis in food at the business, according to court documents. Tonight, we speak exclusively with the restaurant's owner. But first, some background. According to court documents, the former employee has been identified as 28-year-old Othello Holmes. Culture's manager showed deputies video of Holmes putting his genitals in jelly. Eventually, Holmes confessed and said he had other sexual urges and said he'd done it before with other foods at the business. He went on to say he never ejaculated into the food. That also led investigators to search his phone, where they found more than 100 images and videos of child pornography. Holmes' bond is now set at $500,000. Restaurateur Marcus Davis joins us now with an exclusive update. Now, I'm not going to ask you a dumbass question, Marcus, like how did this happen?
Right.
The appropriate question is, when you found out, what did you do? And to put this into context for the viewers, this didn't happen today.
No, it didn't. So, Isaiah, let me start by saying that Houston streets are safer tonight because we took a pedophile off the street.
Mm-hmm.
The hospitality industry in Houston is a safer place tonight because we took a pervert out of our industry. A couple of weeks ago, it came to our attention that one of our former employees had committed.
And let me say this. I know we're going through the video, right? But all you niggas that like kids, all right? You niggas need to die, bro. Straight up. We are not cutting no corners with this shit over at the Trail World Order. You niggas need y'all motherfucking nuts cut the fuck off. I think in Louisiana, there is a new law that if you get caught doing some weird, freaky shit with some children, your nuts will come off of your body. They gonna laser zap them hoes. However they get them hoes off. Fireman squad, machete slice and dice. I don't give a fuck how they do it, but they need to motherfucking do it. There's some weirdos out here. A lot of us have children, right? I have 3. Anything happens to them, I'ma holler at y'all. I'm gonna do a murder bid, proudly. Because all that shit would not be tolerated. It's just some shit off in this world. As this world has turned into a over sexualized world. Everything is super freaky, and from top to bottom, this is just some weird shit. And I just hate pedophiles. I think all pedophiles should motherfucking die. I don't give a fuck whether you family or not. You have to goddamn me die. If you put children in I just have a pure disdain for niggas like that. From to be honest, I don't even understand how you even get the images, right? This is one of my problems with Pornhub. And I'll make a special video for Pornhub. Yeah, Pornhub is definitely on the motherfucking list because over there at Pornhub, they got some sick shit that's going on. But some of y'all be watching this shit. And y'all don't even know that y'all be watching underage girls and sexual acts. Because y'all so motherfucking freaky. You trying to get your nut off. And you don't even know what the fuck what you're doing. Yeah. That's why Pornhub needs to be banned in America. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get your freak on, there's other ways that you can do it. But anyway, that's a whole nother video by itself. But they participate in shit like this too. And we get to them. Don't worry about it. I got a special video for them. I want them to hear this shit. I want them to feel it. True World Order, we trying to get the word across from strange stories. And when strange stories like this come upon us, we have to put the spotlight upon this shit. And so many people spotlight some of the wrong shit, celebrate some of the wrong shit. This could be your brother. I wouldn't give a fuck. This could be a cousin, an aunt, an uncle. And if you know anybody that is involved with children in the wrong way, call the police. Call the police or shoot their ass right in the fucking forehead. Anyway, let's continue. Sorry about the tangent. Let's continue. I just had to get to, you know how you got to get shit off the chest a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Some unmentionable acts, something that went against the code of conduct of our company and goes against the brand standards of who we are and what we're about. And as soon as we found this out, we took immediate action. We went to the unit. We shut it down. We evacuated all of the staff except the cleaning crew. We cleared out all of the refrigeration, sanitized the unit. We terminated the employee, and we called the police to have the employee arrested. And the rest is up to the justice system.
Absolutely. When you found this out, and many of us cannot detect or determine if someone is a ticking time bomb that we've hired.
Right.
You can find them in every business, but it's just a matter of when they explode. Were you surprised that you had such an individual in your company?
Well, considering the fact that this person had worked in a myriad of establishments in Houston, some national chains, that is alarming, because you think you do your due diligence to make sure that you know who you're hiring. And this is one of those instances where this situation came up. But again, we did our job. Mm-hmm. We took the pedophile off the street. We made the hospitality industry in Houston safer, because, as I mentioned, this was not a one-off in terms of where he worked in the city of Houston. And we're glad to say that we did our part. Mm-hmm. Isaiah, I knew that there would be consequences for making this public. I knew that having him arrested would come with consequences. Mm-hmm. But my conscience didn't allow me to do anything else, because if it allowed me to do anything else, then he would have stepped foot on another street in the city of Houston. He would have possibly worked somewhere else. So we felt it was our duty and our obligation to not only our patrons, but to other patrons and to children that are safer today as a result of the work that we did.
Now, we checked here in Harris County and with the state of Texas. We could not find any other criminal records or anything that would have given you a red flag.
Right.
Is it possible to prevent these type of people from getting a job in your establishment? And that's a tough question for any business owner.
And here's what's possible. When people know something, they do something about it. When people know something, they stand up, they speak up, which is what we did. And so now, moving forward, he won't be able to be employed in Harris County. Now, moving forward, hopefully, he won't be able to be employed anywhere in the country. Now, moving forward, hopefully, he will not endanger any more children. So the way to avoid this is people have to understand that these predators are lurking in many different places, and we have to be diligent, and we have to be courageous enough to take bold action. And speaking of bold action, I want to commend the constable's office, Alan Rosen, because when we contacted them, they took swift action just as we did. And they were diligent.
And they didn't run out and do a press conference.
They didn't run out and do a press conference. They immediately got on the phone with the DA, and they came to the unit and arrested him at our request. And they didn't just stop there. They continued to do their homework to find out that if we keep this pervert on the street, then some child would be endangered, and they rearrested.
Shout out to them too, because a lot of times, a lot of authorities drop the motherfucking ball, right? A lot of them drop the ball on things like this. The fucked up part is that there are a lot of people just like him on these motherfucking streets. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with my microphone. But anyway, there are a lot of people like him on these motherfucking streets, right? There's too many of them. You know what I'm saying? And they have to be eradicated out these motherfucking streets. Point blank, period. Ain't no if, and, or buts about it. Niggas like this that drop their dick in jelly and rub their nuts across food. And it's crazy because even the whole process of, man, this guy, if you in Houston, you possibly ate some food that he don't rub his dick across. Now, I've done stories like this. I did warn about this guy in Fort Collins, Colorado, where this guy was ejaculating in the food, all in the potato salad, anything that had a substance, and that shit was weird as fuck. And it's also a bunch of these freaky ass niggas around. I did a story the other day about a guy in a Whole Foods who ejaculated on a woman's back. But him, anyway, strange shit going on. Isaiah Caurey, continue. Shout out to Isaiah Caurey. Top tier journalism from Isaiah Caurey, as usual. Let's continue.
Arrested him as a result of it. So I got to commend the constable's office for being diligent and for being dedicated to keeping Houstonians safe.
And of course, Marcus, we know you here in this city. We know your commitment to the city. We know how you give back, how you employ hundreds of people. How is this affecting you? Hearing this, realizing that this individual maneuvered and found his way into your business, but we know who you are, and we know this is not you.
The grand scheme of things, how it's affecting me, I will sleep tonight with my head safely on the pillow, soundly on the pillow, because I know that no other establishment will have to deal with this, because I know that there are no children that will be endangered by this gentleman again. And that, sir, is why I'll be able to lay down tonight.
All right, so we want to thank you for sharing your story here on The Factor Uncensored, coming forward.
Shout out to Isaiah Caurey and Marcus Davis. If you are out there in the Houston area, slide out there to Culture. Heard they got some good food out there. Slide out there. Holla at Marcus Davis. If you see Isaiah Caurey, tell him that the Trill World Order admires that brother right there. A1 journalism, good black journalism, out here in these motherfucking streets, reporting on what needs to be reported on, such as these freaky ass niggas and getting them off the motherfucking streets. The streets are safe again in Houston, Texas. Now, we are going to take a slight pivot to Augusta, Georgia, I believe. Augusta, Georgia, where we have a serial foot licker. All right, another child predator, another freak ass nigga off the streets, a serial foot licker. Now, weird ass nigga. The Augusta Press. Shout out to the Augusta Press. Now, a foot licker suspect rearrested after approaching a Grovetown boy. I think this is Augusta, Georgia, and too many Augustas. Anyway, the former teacher's aide. I'm gonna say that again. The former teacher's aide, which means he was a paraprofessional in the educational system. You don't know what that means. Educational system. Who allegedly licked the boy's feet at Urban Air and molested several children at his Augusta school, has been rearrested. Right? Rearrested for approaching a Grovetown boy this week about his feet. Now, Caurey Rollins, 26 years old, was picked up Friday in Augusta, and he will be transferred to Columbia, might be South Carolina actually, on charges of attempted child molestation. Authorities said that he would be held without bond. Rollins was released on bond May 8th with no ankle monitor after he was already sick shit. Now, he turned up Wednesday afternoon in the Bel Air Commons subdivision where he allegedly drove up to a 12-year-old boy who was playing basketball in his driveway. Right. Now, from his white Chevy Camaro, Rollins got the boys' attention and showed his phone with the photo of boys' feet. He asked the child if his feet looked like the ones in the photo. These niggas live in your neighborhood. These niggas are in the schools with our children. And while a lot of these schools I got smoked with a lot of these schools. A lot of them, because they make it so hard for real niggas like me to get inside the school and walk around and things like that. I can remember, slight tangent, and we'll get right back to it, right? I have a family that's legendary in the educational system. Rest in peace to my grandmother, Teresa Brotherton. And a lot of teachers. My sister is currently a dance teacher at a high school in Dallas, Texas. I will not tell you which one. My father taught in a few schools. I've been in the school system, paraprofessional and things of that nature, right? Teaching and things of that nature. So it's in my family lineage to be in these schools, right? And the number one thing is to protect the children, right? And that's understood. And although it may be difficult to kind of see who's sketching, who's not, but for a father like me, right? I remember when my mama used to pull up to Lincoln High School. She'll pull up the Pearl Seat. She was a paraprofessional at J.J. Rhodes. All right. When she pulled up at Lincoln High School without me even knowing, just in and around the school. She did the same thing for my brother back in the early 90s, right? That's what type of parent that she was. My parents were very involved in school, knew what the fuck was going on, wasn't hesitating to call, and now they make it so difficult to do that. You know what I'm saying? Go check on our children. I had to damn near choke slam a couple school people when I tried to go and see my babies, because I didn't understand why can't I go up in this school and go sit in their class? Why can't I just come to school? And it was slightly after COVID, and I understand that, but fuck that. I got my mask on. You know who I am. Put my ID up there. Not no strange nigga. You know what I'm saying? Just a black father trying to get into the school to see who the fuck are around my babies. Because anything happens, I'm stuffing somebody in a fucking locker. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why is things like this. Right? Shit like this. This nigga right here, and y'all probably can't even see this shit. So let me make it bigger for my niggas with bad eyes, right? 150 on the magnification. You understand me? Get that shot away. Let me see how it looks on the StreamYard screen. So they make it very, very difficult to be in these schools. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working on getting that shit settled. Definitely gonna be solved next year, because I'm off in that thing. You understand me? I'm out there. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to see me. Somebody got to smell my cologne off in the school. Hey, they daddy here. Yeah, shit like that. Get your shit right. Excuse me, I had to burp. Breakfast was good this morning. But anyway, yeah, so they make it extra hard to be off in these schools. You know what I'm saying? And I understand the uprise in weird ass teachers and weird ass paraprofessionals and getting caught with these kids. A lot of these teachers is fucking on these kids, and it's weird and it's strange, and a lot of transparency is needed, because we have to check on our motherfucking children. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you, if you think, anyway, we're not gonna get out of the way of that. Just check on your babies, because it's weird niggas like this nigga working around your babies. All right, it's a strange nigga right here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what we gotta do, how we gotta solve. They seem to, I don't know. Shit, it gets weird with these schools. And that's why I'm very close to taking my kids up out of schools in general. You know what I'm saying? Because um, I don't, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Amongst other things that I really don't care to get into. But anyway, let's get back to it now. He was released on bond. Why he had a bond, I don't know. With no ankle monitors. So they didn't even tag him up. You know what I'm saying? And he turned up on Wednesday, the Bel Air Commons subdivision, when he drove up to a 12-year-old boy playing basketball in his driveway from his white Caurey Rollins, got the boy's attention, showed his phone with the photo of the boy's feet. And he asked the child if his feet looked like the ones in the photo. Now, the boy said no, and the suspect asked the boy if he could see them. The victim said no and ran inside his home, a sheriff's report says. The boy's mother had heard about a similar situation and looked up the story on Rollins from a news report. Her son identified Rollins as a man in the white Camaro. Columbia County authorities consulted the district attorney office and obtained a warrant for the attempted child molestation. As of this moment, he's awaiting trial on 8 counts of child molestation in Richmond County. AUGUSTA District Attorney Jared Williams had opposed bond, but Superior Court Judge Amanda granted a $38,700 bond with conditions. His DA is Keith Johnson. Now, how do you defend some shit like that? I don't know. Now, conditions of his bond were to have no contact with the victims, abide by a curfew, and avoid the alleged incident location according to jail records. And he had to attend all court hearings. Why the fuck is this nigga out here on the fucking streets in the first place? It should be crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? They'll let some child predators back out on the streets. They'll give them bonds and they'll be back out, and they'll be right back there, right back on the motherfucking prowl. Now, his address is listed as his parents' home on Ramblewood Drive. The alleged incident locations were at Urban Air Adventure Park and Glen Hills Elementary School. He was indicted by a grand jury on April 11th on 7 counts of child molestation involving 3 fourth-grade girls at the school during fall term. The indictment followed Rollins' January arrest and indictment for allegedly sucking the toes of a young boy's feet at the trampoline park. And this is the motherfucker. This is the nigga that they let back out on the streets. After this, after the 4 counts, the 7 counts of child molestation involving 3 fourth grade girls, right? This is like 7 counts of child molestation involving 3 fourth grade girls at the school during the fall term. And the indictment followed Rollins' January arrest and indictment for allegedly sucking the toes of a young boy's feet at a trampoline park. Now, he was placed on leave by the school system in January and resigned on February the 11th. His parents, the parents of the school, were informed of his arrest at that time. They should let him come up there and beat the brakes off that motherfucker, if you ask me. So don't call me and tell me what happened after the fact. Tell me to get the child got him taped down in the principal's office so we can go and throw a bunch of motherfucking bonders and beat the brakes off that nigga until he is no longer alive. You know what I'm talking about? So it's a bunch of weird shit that's going on out here in this world. And let me look at this shit real quick. Slight tangent. Shout out to the state of Louisiana. Right. I believe that's what. Yeah. Let's go right here. Another slight pivot. Stop that. Pop that. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, here we go. Shout out to NPR. Now, what to know about the state of Louisiana's new surgical castration law? Now, sorry about that. Now, Louisiana is now the first state to allow surgical castration to be used as a punishment for sex crimes under a new law signed by Republican Governor Jeff Landry. This law, which will go into effect August the 1st, allows judges to order people found guilty of certain sex crimes against minors to undergo surgical castration. The use of surgical castration as punishment, which is a permanent procedure that involves the surgical removal of your nuts or your ovaries, all right, to stop the production of sex hormones, is rare. It's rare elsewhere around the world. The Czech Republic, Madagascar, and the state in Nigeria have such laws on the books, and they have been strongly criticized by Amnesty International, other human rights organizations. But if you out here fucking with kids, you don't have the motherfucking human rights. You need your motherfucking shit cut the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? All of it. You need to get gutted. Now, several U.S. states, including Louisiana as well as other countries, have laws allowing for the use of chemical castration, a procedure that uses pharmaceutical drugs to quell the offender's sex drive for certain crimes. The passage of this bill in Louisiana has grabbed the headlines and caused ripples of consternation among criminal defense lawyers, advocates, and medical experts, raising serious concerns around the ethics and constitutionality of the law, and questions over whether this punishment will actually make a difference in reducing sex crimes. It's very confusing. It's very confusing, in addition to being absolutely unprecedented and draconian and overkill, said Gwyneth O'Neill, a New Orleans-based criminal defense attorney and a member of the National Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers. One of the drafters of the bill, Democratic State Representative Delisha Boyd, told NPR the law would be a strong deterrent for would-be child sex abusers and would protect children. The law, as written, targets offenders found guilty of aggravated sex crimes, including rape, incest, molestation against a child under 13 years old. It needs to be just children and motherfucking general. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're 18, you're still a fucking kid. You know what I'm saying? The whole shit about the age of consent is weird as fuck too. That's something that I've had a problem with my whole life, because I remember being back in high school and losing about 3 girlfriends to grown niggas. You know what I'm saying? I was in high school and I lost 3 girlfriends to grown niggas. I'm like, how are these grown ass niggas pulling up with these motherfucking high school girls? You know what I'm saying? And nobody say nothing. Did nobody say shit? You know what I'm saying? Did nobody say shit? Did nobody say shit? They know that shit was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I said, damn, there's a whole, at that point, when I lost the first girlfriend to a grown nigga and she became pregnant, oh nigga, my mind was blown. Cause hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, we had what the fuck? Yeah. So that's my whole thing. And now that I have daughters, you know what I'm saying? I got 3 and I got you know what I'm saying, 2 daughters and a son. And this happened to boys too. You know what I'm saying? This happened to boys too. Like this weirdo we just got done talking about. He was licked the boy's feet at a trampoline park. You know what I'm saying? What type of niggas is he? But anyway, yeah. So ever since I want to say I was 16 years old and I found out that I was in high school, you know what I'm saying? I was in high school playing football, getting good grades, doing shit that 16-year-olds do. And I lost my bitch to a grown nigga. That shit blew my motherfucking mind. I was in a state of confusion. I said, Pops. You know what I'm saying? I called, hey, I said, Pops. And I really like this girl too. You know what I'm saying? I was a love note writing nigga. So, you know, niggas who write love notes really, really, you know what I'm saying? I was getting my penmanship on. Pen was on fire. Nigga, I could have wrote a R&B song. But anyway, I called my Pops. I said, hey, Pops. He said, yeah, what's up, son? I said, I just called my girlfriend's phone and a grown man answered her phone. He was like, is that her daddy? And I was like, hell no, ain't her daddy. He said he was her boyfriend. And he looked at me with the wide eye, and I said, yeah, I'm fucked up. I was fucked up. Got to the school the next day and seen the little dirty bitch, little dirty scoundrel. You know what I'm saying? And talked to her like, what the fuck was you think grown niggas? And she was talking about, we went on a rant about I need a something. Bitch, you 16. 17, you know what I'm saying? This nigga was grown. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about a fully grown nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga was selling dope. Grown ass nigga. Well-known nigga around the hood. That's the fucked up part about it. Is the fact that it be well-known niggas around in your area that pick up high school girls and everybody cool with them because they got the most money. Or they gonna shoot some niggas and shit like that. Like niggas be scared of niggas that are dangerous. Because, oh no, he gonna give a fuck about that nigga, give a fuck about the nigga going. I don't give a fuck about nobody. Look, I'll tell you this, man. Y'all niggas who be scared of these weirdo niggas because they done got jail records, it don't mean shit. Don't mean shit. Usually the toughest niggas is the one who trying to get out the way, period, in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You know, but that right there was my first example. When I was in high school and I lost my bitch to a grown nigga, I lost 3 of them. I said, damn, I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? That's some mental shit. You know what I'm saying? If you a grown ass man, you shouldn't want anything to do with a young girl. If you a grown ass woman, you shouldn't want anything to do with a young boy or however y'all get down out there, whatever it is. If you a grown ass human being, go get with another grown ass human being. To go down, do that shit. Stop letting these motherfuckers out on bond. Stop giving them bonds. Stop giving them, okay, we gonna let you back out. No, like, that's crazy that they can catch a nigga with some dope. You know what I'm saying? They catch a nigga with some dope, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't condone anything, but we just being real right here. You know what I'm saying? They'll catch a nigga with some dope and they press him harder than the child predators. You know what I'm saying? You just caught this nigga with some dope. You know what I'm saying? He just got caught with some dope, you know? And that, you know, he ain't, you know, whatever. But a child predator get let back out. He get chances. He get a whole organization that say, hey, he's a human rights. How can you have human rights and you out here fucking with kids? Nigga, you need your ass shot. Like, you get your ass beat, nigga. Like, you really need to get. That's strange to me. That's strange. You know what I'm saying? They can catch you with some dope, and you gotta, you know what I'm saying? However it is, however it go. You know what I'm saying? But they catch you with some kids. Oh yeah, we're gonna let him free. Yeah, he got 7 counts, 7 indictments. I'm going to this shit. This nigga had motherfucking 7 counts of child molestation involving three fourth grade girls. Now, mind you, this is a paraprofessional. He teaches in a school. He's an aide in a school. 7 counts of child molestation involving 3 fourth grade girls at the school during the fall term. The indictment followed Rollins' January arrest and the indictment for allegedly, which ain't no allegedly, but sucking the toes of a young boy's feet at a trampoline park. And this is the nigga that they let back out into the free world. 7 indictments, 3 fourth grade girls, and he was licking little boys' feet at the trampoline park. And they gave him a bond. And the human rights niggas got out of their motherfucking feelings and shit. Strange shit, bro. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. That's it. Anyway, the Louisiana castration law says, as written, targets offenders found guilty of aggravated sex crimes, right? Including rape, incest, or molestation against a child under 13. The punishment will be brought in certain cases and at a judge's discretion, and the surgery will be completed by a physician. It will also require a court-appointed medical expert to determine whether the offender is the right candidate for the surgery. So, y'all look this up. Very interesting. But I also think that a lot of the states, every state needs to adopt that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta find a way to keep these motherfuckers off the streets. Damn near every other week, I just seen a story that it was 2 teachers that was best friends, and they had 15-year-old boyfriends, and they fucking on the little high school kids, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit is strange to me. That shit is strange to me. That shit is so strange to me, my nigga. It's so strange. So, hopefully the people that are involved and they're notified of this take the right action and get these motherfuckers off the streets. At that moment, that is it. This has been the True World Order. I am the True Appeal, reporting live the True World Order headquarters somewhere off in the motherfucking universe. Get these niggas off the streets. Report their ass or shoot them. Either one is good enough for me. That being said, mind your mental. To be monumental. Stay trill and heal, and most of all, stay mentally trill. True World Order. News that defies